Welcome back to Wrestling with Ski. That's 2 for 2 today. Worked on the first time and I hit that if you're watching the video. I'll take it. Normally it takes a lot longer than that. And I sadly have to say there was a lot of just what was the point of it moments, I would say, on Friday. Between both shows. I will say at least most of the stuff on Rampage you got to see, like everyone at least got their spots in. And they're thrown together some, expanded, the Orange Cassidy and the Super Click and all that, the best friends and all that. So that, carried on. The other one went there, and then Ty and Penelope. I mean, that was there. Now, it could have been worse, but SmackDown just had so much we all know what's going to happen. Why are we even here? Moments. So we're going to go over SmackDown first because it hurt my head more. As a whole, you can disagree with me. That's fine. That's what we're here for. Like I always say, if you disagree with me, please feel free. You can come on. All you have to do is get a Zoom account. You can do it on an iPad, a computer, your phone. You can come on here and tell me exactly what you think is wrong with me. Tell Dan what's wrong with him. I'm open to the conversation. Everyone is always welcome to come on here and share their side or tell me what they think and have a decent discussion about it. You just have to figure out a timing and we can do it. But until then, you're stuck listening to me. And it started out with the normal, recap from last Friday. Obviously, Paul holding the title, waiting on Roman in the parking lot. We'd see a lot of that for the night. And we all knew what was going to happen sooner or later. But as I digress, we'll get on to it. Wait for that for the time when it happened. Sasha Banks and Toni Storm teamed up to defeat Shotzi and Charlotte Flair. I'd say it was one of the highlights of the night just because they were given more than like a short amount of they seemed to get more time to wrestle. There were some matches that had more segments, just entrances than they did the actual match. So that's why it was one of the highlights just there. And we all know what they can all do. It wasn't the greatest match, but it's still a good match. Tony got to, pick up the pinfall victory on Charlotte, which sets up the match, the title match, I believe it is for next week, or the contenders match. I don't remember. All I know is they're going at it next week. And if it's just a contenders match, ergo, or if it is a title match, something stupid's going to happen. It's going to get pushed to day one because they put dumber matches on the card at day one. So why wouldn't they? In this situation, it's pretty much guaranteed that's going to be the match for day one. I'm not complaining. I just want to see, Tony get a fair schwack at it because I think she's super talented. I think most of us will watch her the Mae Young Classic in NXT UK and her time in NXT here. Like when given the opportunity, she's very talented. She's gotten herself in really good shape for this moment. So I hope that's at least a good match when it happens. We all know there's probably going to be some kind of shenanigan, but you pretty much expect it across the board in all of it. So, as long as the match is good, I mean, we'll see what happens. Just like Liv and Becky, maybe she grabs the rope, screw Becky. That's just one of the things we've all probably seen thrown around out there on the internet, on the dirt sheets, on the everything. And it could happen. Will it probably happen? No. Will this chair continue to creak forever no matter what I do to it? Yes. But will that probably happen? No. It's just not their style. But again, it was one of the highlights of the night for me. It was more of a highlight than everyone in the back. Yeah. Doing the Hail King Woods thing. And then the other Usos showing up, of course. And I think their match at day one's going to be good. The way they've been doing it. Maybe it's the night the whole bloodline falls down and then they vanish for, a couple weeks or so. I don't know, but set up a match for later. We'll see how they do it. Viking Raiders defeated Jinder Mahal and Shanky. Shocker. I did love the confused looking fan in the Roman shirt trying to pound his fist along, with them doing their raid thing. That was classy. And I think that was a new song for the Raiders, or I just don't pay attention that well to it. But at least I admit it. Before they get another match, before they get to do anything, you get to see a Natty interview after the commercial break and talks about her Guinness World Records. So we'll see how it goes between her, and she did talk about Zaya. So we'll see how that goes. I do find it amazing that after all the buildup every week and then her making her debut, we didn't see Zaya this week. So who knows why? Or maybe they just got lots of bad feedback. I don't know. COVID, who knows? After all that, boom, she wasn't there suddenly. Then we got a Raw rewind, which, shocker. And they did, about Lashley and everything that happened again, all of his matches to get into the title match. And then yet another commercial break before they finally get to the match. And the moral of the story, Shanky gets pinned by the Raiders. And the Viking Raiders are the only Raiders that can actually win anything for me. So Vegas ain't doing it. I didn't think they were going to do it, but they ain't doing it. So, but again, the entrance, like they come in commercial, Natty, Raw recap, another commercial, then their entrance, and then it was just, they waste a lot of time doing stuff like that. And I don't know about y'all, but it hurts my head. It pisses me off to no end. But at least I guess the Viking Raiders got the victory, not Jinder and Shanky. Again, the only good thing that Shanky's ever done for me really is when he just got mauled by that chair by Drew. Like a lot of people said they weren't okay with it. I was okay with it. It's not even because of my nationality or anything. It's just goofy looking. I just don't like it's just dumb. There's the word. It's dumb. Like, and the skills involved. Like, it's just, I don't know. There's just something about them. But on a positive note, Viking Raiders got the victory. So there's that. Because I bet you the Raiders aren't getting one. I believe today is the day. Yeah. Here in less than 2 hours, the Las Vegas Raiders are going to get mauled for me. So at least some kind of Raiders will win. Move back, to Paul, still waiting for, Roman. SUV pulls up, he goes to the door. Does the whole my tribal chief thing. Brock comes out, wishes Paul good luck with Roman. Get to happy talk with Madcap and Corbin with Angela and the desk in it. I think I was hearing a CM Punk chant there, but it was in Chicago. And now he's back in the wrestling game. So what do you expect? And they're there a lot, AEW. So, the fans are now re-energized with that, which I'm okay with. The usual terrible jokes and them going at the King Arthur thing like they weren't bestowed upon, so they couldn't get Angela out of the desk, and only Drew could be the one to pull it out of the desk, or Stone, or whatever. Cheesy, corny, hurt my brain, but the whole thing really hurts my brain with all those jokes and all that. And then it gets worse when they're hiding and they get interviewed after Drew's looking for him. And Corbin very much, tells Madcap that he's having a match against Drew at day one. I don't get that, but I guess we'll really, sure there's going to be something. I mean, please God, nothing that stupid. But I mean, I think Drew deserves better. I think Corbin's better. I guarantee there's going to be shenanigans. Like, it almost has to. And it really didn't add any desire for me to watch the show, which is kind of, why they keep adding people to the main event for Raw, let's say. I went from one-on-one to a triple threat to a fatal four-way. To get more people interested in it. To have all the stuff keep happening with Liv and Becky so they can be more interested in this. I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre Madcap does nothing to me. And I'll probably begrudgingly go and make Hannah popcorn or something. And even though I can still very clearly see the TV while I'm making popcorn, I still wait for something stupid and not very excited about it, but they can prove me wrong. Another thing, I'm excited about this match for next week, though. I mean, even though I saw most of the people in it, so we know how it's going to go. But there's Sami Zayn, pleading his case to Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville. They want another chance because Brock screwed him. Which, whatever. And there's now going to be a 12-man gauntlet match next week. The winner gets a shot at, Shin in the IC title. And I'm okay with that. I think that Sami, their magic that they had, again, they take over Dallas, Sami's last match in NXT, Shin was making his debut. That's one that I love that match. I can go back and watch that anytime, and I wouldn't be upset about it. So when he goes out there and wins that thing, if he does, like, I think that would be just, I know what they can do. And I mean, Boogs will be there, of course, all, but those two going at it, like, go back and watch that match if you haven't. I believe it was Takeover Dallas. I'm pretty 100% positive that was. And like, that was just, that match was amazing. So go back, watch it, do yourself the favor. And then you will want to see round 2 of it as well. Cesaro, he lost to Ridge Holland, who had Sheamus there, and they attack him with the Shillelagh like club, Cesaro before the match. And he did have a better match than some of these segments. Did Cesaro playing off hurt, but Ridge gets it, and I just find it to be a complete waste of the talent involved between Sheamus, Cesaro, and who knows what Ridge can do. But all these just dumb things like that just hurts my head. Moved on to Naomi challenging Sonya again. Naomi gets given a match with Sonya. Sonya goes, we've got extra from behind. Naomi counters something, rolls her up, gets the victory, walks by smiling, like sooner or later it's going to happen, but I'm just over it by now. Sorry, no offense to the world. Like, it's one of those, it's time to crap or get off the pot. I'm over it. For the love of God. It's been the same thing for what, a month or two now? 2, 3? I don't know where the hell they did the draft. Or like, Sonya, like, for the love of God, get over it. Can we just finally have the payoff and just have it done? Because it's just ridiculous. Another ridiculous thing. Woods and Kofi getting pulled to the ring on the thing. Yeah. Woods' song. So, not having the New Day one for Woods to have his moment. So good for him. And the New Day defeated the Usos, which, gives them another one. And there's not really much to say about them. I mean, like, those two teams get together. They just have so much chemistry. And they keep adding new like wrinkles here and there, so it's not the same thing over and over again, because they know all the times they faced each other. So New Day got another one rolling, momentum, and we'll see what the writing, creative, and all those people do with them having that on the way there. But great, good match. Leads us to Roman finally showing up, gets out of the opposite side of the cars. Paul goes to. Obviously, we all know it's over. And then was much of the same that I said was going to happen. Gets on the Usos for losing again, just like last time he left. And I think they really all might actually be losing soon. I don't know. Could be. Just to give Roman, a couple of weeks off, and then boom, comes back and just decimates everyone at the Rumble or something. I mean, I don't know. He could be holding on to the title until then. I just don't see Brock coming back and continuously losing like that. But then the expected questions from him to Paul, we all saw was coming, And at least then Paul finally said he hasn't been protecting Brock from Roman. He's been protecting Roman from Brock before Roman told him that he loved him and fired him. Actually gave him Superman punch. So Heyman finally had someone lay their hands on him, which hasn't happened. I can't remember the last time Heyman actually got to do a move on him. Seen people save him from getting them done. So that was cool, I suppose. I mean, the attempted concerto afterwards to get Lesnar to come out. I mean, not so much. And then obviously, Lesnar takes out the Usos, flinging them. But at least this time we got to see Roman with said chair just smacking. I mean, he hit Brock like 3-4 times in the back as he was getting into the ring, and he just popped right up and F5'd him like it was nothing. So hopefully, because I found this Brock entertaining. Yeah, just because you haven't seen it in so long, him talking like at all. It's just, change of pace there. I'm going to, after all the F5s and him just going like nothing happened, I want to see what they're going to do with, his characters. He's going to go back to the Beast Incarnate Suplex City. Heyman's just going to do his talking, or it's going to be some hybrid in between where he's just mauling people and he can still do all his talking, because I think he's entertaining. Is it the best version? Who knows? But I mean, just to hear him talk and do all this, like no one saw that coming. We all figured that. I mean, what is everyone saying? Someone's going to get swerved by Heyman at some point. So this could be an all really big swerve. Heyman comes back out and saves Roman. And boom. Roman keeps the title, and we see where they go from there. But again, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it. And that moves me on to Rampage, which I watched first, again, alphabetically on the DVR, but it hurt my head less. So I figured I'd end it on the good note. The best friends. Okay, all that. But aka Chuck Taylor, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, and damn Orange Cassidy with Wheeler Yuta, who also just hurts my head. But they defeated the Young Bucks with Brandon Cutler, Adam Cole, and the Notorious or Infamous or whatever the hell they're calling. Infamous. Yeah, that's it. Bobby Fish. Which again, I still like his stuff since he got over there more. Big takeaway. I mean, they all got their spots, and obviously we all knew they were going to, but really the big thing is Orange Cassidy. Just the character hurts my head. Super athletic. Again, he can do more stuff with his hands in his pockets than I've ever been able to do, even on trampolines and stuff. But yeah, it was what you expected. Everyone, got their moments in. Every match the Bucks are in, they pull people off, the corner so people can't make tags. It's all the same stuff. But I mean, the match didn't suck. So that's what saved the night for them. Literally, they do that every match they're in. They just seem to or involved with. But Trump picked up the W for the team, so we'll see where they go with that. Dan Lambert, his back hurts my head, but I reckon the man can talk. Cody cut him off because he's getting the title shot, and they were talking, their mouth, but sounded like a large sea of boos. There were some cheers in there, but it seemed like there were a lot more boos in there. Attacks Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky. Out comes Dustin, to even out the odds, make the save. Men of the Year attack them from behind. Out comes Sammy Guevara to save everybody. To include, Cody, who he's facing, I believe it's next week, defending that title again. So that was, good. But see how that'll go. Ty Conti with Anna Jay defeated Penelope Ford with the Bunny in a submission match. Takeaway again. Penelope is back to her normal ring gear, the black pants and top. Ty's backside was on point. There was good submissions and transitions and stuff in there for being, the women of AEW, and it was actually at least semi-watchable. Penelope's first submission attempt was just god awful, but she made up with it later for it. It was bad. You could sit there what? You're not even cranking. It didn't look like it did anything. But just another really short match. Again, the Dan Lambert thing didn't there's did they need that? They could have given more time to Ty and Anna possibly, but did they want to? Who knows? But after the match, Anna can't get in the ring somehow, but Bunny can get in there with brass knucks because again, they love the brass knucks. Always has to be. Every show, it seems there has to be brass knuckles somewhere. Shocker. Didn't see it coming. And they clear up before Anna can get to her, so that's not done. And then the main event with Daniel Garcia 2.0 and the Acclaim defeating the Lucha Bros, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. I did like hearing him cut off his rapping hush, before he got taken out while he was wrapping them to the ring. So I was, again, there's that one good liner in that first one weeks ago that I saw. They hurt my head since then. Kingston gets pinned by Garcia with a handful of tights. So we'll see how that all goes. The attack after the match. And then Jurassic Express and Christian Cage come through the crowd and make the save. Again, I want to see them get their shot at the titles just because, but, an 8-man, they just set it up though. Dan Lambert talking, an 8-man tag and a 10-man tag on top of the submission match. So we all knew, Dan was going to hurt our heads. We were going to get a few minutes of, some submissions in there. And then really it's just going to be a bunch of matches where everyone gets their spots in. At least to me, that's what it was. Granted, those getting their spots in those matches were better, I believe, than the majority of SmackDown, which is really just what was the point of it? We all know, at least when they're getting their spots into it, it's all impressive stuff, and the matches are good. It's not just people getting attacked with shillelaghs and King Arthur stuff with swords and all terrible jokes. People that they were building up for weeks make their debut, and then we don't see them. The same stuff with Sonya and Naomi all the time. So I give Rampage the tip of the cap for that one, just because it was really the same thing recycled from the week before and the stuff we have been seeing on SmackDown, which is a shame. But now at least we get to figure out what they did what they're going to do with the wrinkle with Paul Heyman and all of them. So, there's that big takeaway from it. So, yeah, like overall, again, though, it's still, I've seen much worse Friday nights. So I'm not completely dumping all over it. We've all seen a lot worse Friday nights, like collectively. So, overall, good, but I wouldn't give it really high marks. It's again like the Raiders and Shanky and Jinder, like there was more commercials than there was match. You know, the whole Cesaro and Ridge thing. Like there's a lot of just there was too many segments wasted on Madcap and Happy. Yeah, so I just have to take Cap to Rampage just for like there were some like why, but they're all matches. Everyone got their spots in to entertain you. So yeah, overall not the worst night, but I've seen better. Definitely seen better. So with that, I appreciate you checking me out. Thanks for watching and listening. Please make sure to follow on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, or the videos. You can follow on all subscribers, follow whatever it's called. That helps. Comment away on there as well. Audio, Sketcher, Anchor Breaker, Overcast, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, Spotify, and Apple and Google Podcasts. I can track all those on Anchor. Please feel free to share those out as well. Again, the algorithm doesn't necessarily like me because of my other show, but they can shove it. Forget, like, share, comment, and repeat on all of the videos. It helps out immensely to get more eyes and ears. Word of mouth and free advertising is the best kind of stuff to help build it. And again, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to come on and talk about it. So you can tell me I think wrong, or I could tell you think wrong. Yeah, whatever. But I'm always, up for opportunities to do stuff like that. So please feel free to let me know. But again, at least follow and along on all of them and that you have and share them out because that helps everything. I appreciate the watch and the listens. Appreciate people in all the other countries. Keep like every couple of weeks I get a new one. So please, you guys keep sharing it out and getting people to share it out. I appreciate all of you. Enjoy Raw. At least try to. And I'll be back here shortly. Let you know how much the machine and everything hurt my brain. So enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to each other. Don't forget to like, share, comment, repeat on all video and audio. And until next time, my friends, enjoy your day. Peace.